puts it up. He's got Ardley in support, plays it back to him along the touchline. Ardley turns, makes it difficult for himself really, then tries to play it back down the touchline. Michael Thomas intercepts and plays it back into the Wimbledon half. Splendid defensive header away though by Perry. Now down the right goes McAteer charging forward. He'll take on Kimball. Ball gets stuck under his feet just for a moment. Good supporting position though by Redknapp this time on the right hand side, approaching the core of the area. Korma tries to get it across, deflects away to some safety by Gale. Back to Korma, the Norwegian. Tall, blonde-headed, plays it into Collymore on the edge of the area. Half turn by Collymore. Perry does well again to knock it away from him. But this is good pressure again by Liverpool. They're 2-1 down. Time is running out. Manchester United, the title is almost theirs. They have to play Newcastle on Thursday. They have to play West Ham on Sunday. They might not have to worry too much if things stay as they are. Now Redknapp plays this one forward. Again, young Owen has gone into the area. Perry is there, hooks it away from him. But Michael Owen making some incisive runs, clever runs into the area. Kimball, though, good play in the left-back position for Wimbledon. Gets it away. Holdsworth, lovely header into the centre circle. Wimbledon try to counter-attack. Instead, it's Liverpool who win it. Suddenly they're dominant. Thomas, forward. McManaman on the edge of the area. Plays this one forward. Headed away by McAllister. Fear the substitute. On for Earl. Left-footed. Knocks it to safety long. Well down the left-hand side. Out of play it goes. Throw to Liverpool. Quickly to Upton Park. Ian Brown.
3.5 minutes left, it's still 0-0, so Manchester United still heading for the championship, but Newcastle are pressing and probing, pressing some more without creating too much at the moment. West Ham hanging on, but hanging on with a degree of comfort for what for them would be a reasonably valuable point. So here it's still 0-0.
And here it is still 2-1 for Wimbledon. Wimbledon 2, Liverpool 1. Liverpool haven't beaten Wimbledon away since 1970, September 1970, almost 7 years. Now then, Wimbledon on the break. Ardley comes up over the halfway line, looks for support. Lots of support there for him. Finds Ewell. Gale is outside him. Ewell into the area. He can finish it. Oh, it's saved by James. James dives to his right and pushes it away for a corner. But really, Ewell could have really sealed it there for Wimbledon without question. He was clear through on the goalkeeper.
Young Jason Ewell did very, very well there. He controlled the ball. He never lost his head. He's had a good game tonight. And David James was up to it with an outstanding save. I think we ought to emphasise, Ron, David James has probably made 3 outstanding saves tonight. I'd be critical for him for the first goal because it was a cross. But he's actually shot stopping tonight and his reactions have been first class.
Well, the one from Robbie Earle especially was quite outstanding, right out of the top drawer. Now then, Wimbledon take the corner short. They're just holding it there, wasting a little time now. We go into the last minute of the game, and a free kick, or is it a throw? No, it's a throw, which Liverpool have won. Right down, deep inside their own half, on their right-hand side against the corner flag. It's given away. Peter Fair plays it forward again. Now Marcus Gale on the edge of the area for Wimbledon. Wimbledon are finishing the game exactly where they want it. They want play deep inside the Liverpool half, but Liverpool have won it. Redknapp just prods it forward to McManaman in centre field. He helps it out to the left. Up over the halfway line it comes. Played forward by Bjornaby. Now then a long ball by Ruddock, who'd gone forward. Into the area it goes again. Fear gets across, heads it into the area. Michael Thomas is there. Back it goes to Owen, who shoots. Great save by Sullivan. But again it's little Michael Owen, who curled his shot towards the far corner. What a difference this little lad has made. He really is one for the future. Make no mistake about that. A lovely curling shot by Owen, but a magnificent save by Sullivan.
Well, I think Michael Owen's done more in the 10 minutes he's been on than Collymore and Berger have done for the whole game. That was a lovely bit of technique, and Neil Sullivan there again, outstanding save. I mean, he really, I think, will be a goalkeeper for the future, and if he's in the Scotland side, I've got to say to all those north of the border, he wouldn't let you down. He'd be absolutely first class.
Well, he's got to get past Jim Leighton and Andy Gorham. Gorham injured at the moment. Have a feeling that Sullivan could play in the friendly against Wales later this month. We shall see. So far he's just been substitute for Scotland, but he is, on this evidence, a quite outstanding goalkeeper. Now a free kick, which Wimbledon have won, deep inside the Liverpool half. Wimbledon 2, Liverpool 1. Liverpool's championship hopes, slim though they were at the start of this game, will of course have disappeared, and it will be really the battle for second place in the second European place that they will have to play for. not finished yet. McManaman forward up to the edge of the area. McAteer overlapping. In low it comes. McAteer can't reach the rebound though as it's scrambled away at the near post. This is going to be a corner kick. Up goes James from goal. Every single Liverpool player piles into the area, including David James. Here comes the corner. James goes for it. He can't reach it. It's headed away by Dino Holdsworth. Then it's knocked away to safety. This is going to be a throw-in, and in fact there goes the final whistle. Wimbledon yet again have done it. Wimbledon 2, Liverpool 1. Now then, what is happening at Upton Park, Ian Brown?
Still 0-0 in injury time. The referee has taken the signal from his linesman on this near side. He's given him the thumbs up. He knows that the 90 minutes have been played, and Manchester United are just seconds away from the championship yet again. Here is Shearer for Newcastle. Newcastle have got to score now in these dying embers of this match for Manchester United to be deprived of the championship this evening. Newcastle have a throw-in. They've had all the chances in this second half, really. Shearer forcing an excellent save from McCloskey, and Robbie Elliott heading a couple, one onto the top of the net and the other into the arms of the goalkeeper once more. On the far side it's Newcastle playing towards the left in the second half. High ball to the edge of the area. Rio Ferdinand is up there, rising superbly to get it away for West Ham United. West Ham, I think, have settled for a point which will help them in their fight against relegation, but won't make them secure. 0-0 is still the score. Still we play on the far side. Manchester United's legions all around the country, all around the world, remain on tenterhooks. United are just moments away from the championship. It's going to be Bilic with a free kick for West Ham from the halfway line. Takes it short to Lazaridis on the left. He comes infield, the Australian, touched on by Kitson, all the way through to Cernacek, who has to clear downfield. That's the end of the game. It's finished 0-0 here. So for the fourth time in 5 years, Manchester United are the champions. They've had some indifferent results themselves over the last few days, but tonight both Liverpool and now Newcastle have fallen by the wayside, and the Premiership will reside again at Old Trafford. Manchester United, the team who've dominated the 90s, are champions of all England. They're champions again. They've done it without playing. Liverpool beaten, Newcastle only picking up a point here, so Newcastle cannot catch Manchester United. Neither can Liverpool. I'm sure Manchester United, some of their supporters, would have loved to have won the championship at Old Trafford on Thursday against Newcastle, but they've done it tonight and they're not going to complain. Brian Marwood.
Well, warm congratulations to everybody at Old Trafford. To win 4 titles in 5 years is a superb achievement, and congratulations to Alex Ferguson and all the players. But really there's two sides that are leaving the field tonight for different reasons. West Ham perhaps feel that point will just keep them safe. Newcastle, well, I'm sure that they perhaps really didn't expect to take it as far as this, but they have done. Full credit to them, full credit to Kenny Dalglish. It wasn't to be. He will have to rebuild for next year, I'm sure of that. But really West Ham United perhaps are going to be safe with that. Very, very important point indeed.
Newcastle can still finish second. They're now 3 points behind Liverpool with a game in hand, but that game is against the champions Manchester United. West Ham also still have to go to Old Trafford. That's next Sunday. West Ham not safe yet, but they could be safe before Sunday if Middlesbrough fail to win their Thursday night match at Blackburn Rovers. On this sort of performance, West Ham deserve to stay up, don't they? Briefly, Brian?
Yeah, I think so. I've seen them a couple of times. Saw them against Chelsea a few weeks ago, and they were excellent that night, and I thought they defended very well. They missed the influence of John Moncur when he went off injured, but with Hartson and Kitson, if they do stay in the Premier League, Ian, it will be down to them, and I'm sure they will provide a very powerful force indeed next year as a striking partnership.
0-0 here, but the story really is elsewhere, somewhere in the northwest.
Thanks very much, Ian. Brian, before you get any doubt that Manchester United are really the best side in the Premiership?
Yeah.
Hello, Brian.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
I was just
Simon,
saying that, is there any doubt in your mind that Manchester United are the best side in the Premiership?
No, I think they've proved that. I think winning the championship certainly certifies that particular opinion. I think perhaps Alex Ferguson and the players were very focused on the Champions League this year, Simon, and it wasn't to be. They got very close to it, and they went out in dramatic circumstances at Old Trafford, having created a lot of chances but not finishing Dortmund off. but really it's a superb achievement to win 4 titles in 5 years, and it just shows how it can be done. And I think you've got to look a little bit deeply at what Manchester United have done. They've bought well, but they've brought some incredible players through from the youth system, and I think people have got to look at that situation and look at a way for the future, because that's what Alex Ferguson's done. This just hasn't happened. He has created that over a number of years as his management.
What do you make of that, Alan Smith, listening at Selhurst Park?
No, I go along with that. I mean, what Manchester United have had, unlike Arsenal and Newcastle, they've had stability. There's been no change of manager. Alex rules it with a pretty iron fist. The players are very disciplined. Nobody really pulls rank there. I mean, there's a lot's been said about Cantona at his time in France and at Leeds, but he's pulled his weight at Manchester United, and I think every player at Manchester United has the humility to play for the club. Nobody's bigger than the club there, and I think too often in English football sometimes the players sometimes just can get a little bit bigger and they need to be put in order, and Alex has been one of those managers that he rules it with an iron fist, and he's protected the younger players when they've come into the team, and without any doubt they deserve to have won this championship.
Do you see United dominating for as far as you can see into the future, next 3-4 years?
Well, I think so, but I have to say that I think Arsenal under Wenger will be a force. I think Newcastle under Kenny Dalglish will come back. Liverpool always going to be a strong team, but you have to say with Manchester United, they've got this stability at the background. Financially, they're very, very successful off the field. They've got large gates every week. Nobody panics at this football club. It seems that the people behind the scenes there know what they're doing, whereas at some clubs you've got to question sometimes just the stability aspect.
Brian, what do you think the rest have to do now? I mean, how many clubs do you think can actually really seriously challenge Manchester United at the moment?
Well, I think, as Alan says, I think realistically Arsenal have done superbly well, I've got to say, this year, and I think they've had a lot of injuries, a lot of suspensions to key players, Ian Wright, Dennis Bergkamp, but they've coped, and they've coped so well. And I think with Arsene Wenger looking to strengthen the side by 3 or 4 players in the summer, they're going to be a force next year. I think that Liverpool will be disappointed. I think Roy Evans will reflect on this season, and I think that was a great opportunity for them to win the title this year, and they haven't done that through really lack of consistency. And I think Kenny Dalglish has stamped his mark of authority on this Newcastle side already. They're not as fluent and they're not as committed to attacking as what they were under Kevin Keegan, but really they've shown a different side to the game tonight. And again at Highbury on Saturday, they looked very strong at the back, and they didn't look as if they were going to concede an awful lot. So you've got to think with Shearer and Ferdinand up front for them next year, they're going to be there or thereabouts as well.
If you were the manager of Manchester United, would you go out and strengthen your squad in the summer? Do you think that squad needs strengthening?
I think if I was manager of Manchester United now, Simon, after 4 titles, I'd retire a happy man. I think he will do. I think that he's obviously got money at his disposal, and I'm sure that he will strengthen accordingly. He knows that you can't afford to sit on your laurels. He's done that, hasn't he? He brought the likes of Solskjaer, Poborski, Cruyff into the setup last summer, and 1 or 2 have paid off. Others are going to take time to settle. But I'm sure that Alex will look to strengthen in the summer, no doubt about it.
What do you think, Alan?
Oh yes, he'll want to change things round, because I think with players they need to be put on their toes. You have to change faces. It can't be the same as you come in every day. So he'll try and strengthen it. I think he still wants to go for this European thing. He'll be bitterly disappointed with some of the earlier performances in that. They came good just at the end, but weren't quite good enough to do it. And I think we've got to hold up our hands and say, in English football, we still haven't carried off a European Cup any of our sides this year, and some of the performances have been disappointing. But I think I ought to just mention tonight also Wimbledon under Joe Kinnear this season. 5 players coming through their youth team playing tonight, and if you'd have seen them at the end of this game, you'd have thought they'd won the title. They were absolutely thrilled at beating Liverpool, and that's good management, good coaching, and getting people to play for your team. So there'll always be a place for the Wimbledons if the players are prepared to pull their weight and you've got good coaches running them.
OK, thanks very much, Alan. Thanks very much, Brian. So Manchester United are the champions. West Ham United 0, Newcastle United 0 at Upton Park, and Wimbledon 2, Liverpool 1 at Selhurst Park. It's United's 4th title in 5 seasons, and this is how their season unfolded.
It's Cantona again on the edge of the area. Great chance. This time he scores. Eric Cantona gets yet another Wembley goal. It was simply set up for him. He just missed a couple of earlier chances. He made no mistake this time, and the new Manchester United captain gives his side the lead in the Charity Shield. Manchester United 1, Newcastle United 0. Eric Cantona. Giggs is there, Beckham is there. Is it going to be a curler from Giggs? Two men go into the Newcastle wall. Giggs takes it short. Keane drives it, and a lovely goal by Roy Keane, high into the top of the net. I have a feeling Srnicek got a hand to it, but he couldn't prevent it going in. It was a thunderous shot from Roy Keane, and this is developing into a rout. Can you believe it? Roy Keane gets the fourth, added to Cantona, Butt and Beckham's goals. Manchester United in the Charity Shield lead Newcastle United by 4 goals to 0.
And Beckham saw Sullivan off his line. Oh! That is absolutely phenomenal.
Lee holds, keeps the possession, always somebody in support. Now Albert comes forward. Can Albert make it 5? Little left-footed chip over Schmeichel. What a goal! What a goal by Philippe Albert! Not only has he kept Cantona quiet at the other end, he scored the best goal of all. It's Newcastle 5, Manchester United 0, and it's an even bigger revenge for the Charity Shield. A very special goal from today, a very special player. A fantastic chip by Albert over one of the best goalkeepers in the world. 5-0 to Newcastle. And still we play on. 93 minutes on the watch. 5-3 to Southampton. Ostenstad is onside. Ostenstad is through. He's round Schmeichel and he scores! Ostenstad scores his hat-trick, and Southampton have gone one better than Newcastle. You cannot believe it. Manchester United, who conceded 5 last week, have now conceded 6, and the Norwegian Ostenstad was round the goalkeeper to play the ball delicately into the net from a receding angle. Southampton 6, Manchester United 3.
It's just a reminder that life is a big struggle, you know. 10 years has been great with this club, and you get that on the almost eve of your anniversary of 10 years. But it doesn't do anything other than bring out more determination in me, you know. That's the important thing. I think we're all upset and disappointed that football is not a sprint anyway, and it's a marathon, and I think this club has experienced time and time again that they do tend to make things difficult for themselves. I think you'll see a better performance against Juventus, and hopefully it'll be enough to give us the result we want. We're 2 points ahead of Fenerbahce, and I'll be happy to finish the same points as Fenerbahce.
Zidane's there looking cool and composed, back inside his own half, tall figure in midfield, and Zidane finds Deschamps, and he gets moving now and switches it beautifully to Del Piero near side the Juventus right, on the edge of the area. D'Olivio on the outside, he goes down on the challenge from Butt, and it's a penalty. Nicky Butt's challenge on Del Piero was not too clever, but Del Piero threw himself spectacularly in the area, and the referee has no doubt in his mind that Juventus have a penalty. Alessandro Del Piero, one of the best players in the world, will take this penalty against one of the best goalkeepers in the world, Peter Schmeichel. Del Piero for Juventus, and a little bit of gamesmanship now as Peter Schmeichel comes out and actually speaks to the referee, trying to put Del Piero off his stride. But here comes Del Piero. Italy, of course, famously missed a penalty in this stadium against Germany in Euro 96. It's Del Piero, and it's into the back of the net, the roof of the net. Del Piero celebrates. Juventus, who've been on top in the first half, take the lead. 9 minutes to go. Manchester United 0, Juventus 1. A reckless challenge by Nicky Butt.
Is its corner, left-hand side, driven in right-footed, down by Pryor. Comes to Heskey, who seals it for Leicester City with a right-footed drive into the top corner of the net. He's the man of the moment at Filbert Street. Manchester United are out of the Coca-Cola Cup with 13 minutes to play. It's Leicester 2, Manchester United 0. It's Emile Heskey. free kick to Manchester United, 30 yards from goal. Now we know Beckham can strike them from here. It's slightly to the left of the D. Here comes Beckham, right-footed, great shot, great goal! Fantastic strike from Beckham. Not the first fantastic strike of his career this season at Old Trafford, but that's the clincher, no doubt about that. Wonderful free kick. Manchester United 2, Tottenham Hotspur 0. The Homers go through to the fourth round. Beckham with a second goal.
Time here. United supporters still getting behind their star side, still cheering, but it is the Turkish flags which are more in evidence now. What a win this will be for their side. We said they were awkward, we said they were difficult, but in all honesty, I don't think anyone thought that this was likely to be a Turkish win here at Old Trafford tonight. But they are leading 1-0, and good play on the far side by Okocha, who wastes a little time by running it out of play. Throw into United. And there goes the final whistle. It is indeed a very historic moment in European football. Manchester United have been beaten at home. You can hardly believe it, but Fenerbahce from Turkey have done it. Bolic's goal, a deflection of May, 32 minutes into the second half, and United have it all to do against Juventus and Rapid Vienna if they are to make a quarter-final place. But the one thing we really didn't think was that Manchester United, at long last, after 40 long years, would be beaten here at Old Trafford in European competition.
Thrown short this time for Cunningham. Back to Jones, forward to Cunningham. Good move this by Wimbledon. Needs a good cross. Played in! Must be a goal! And it's headed in by Marcus Gale! Just 5 yards out. It was a wonderful, wonderful cross by Cunningham. And Gale rose perfectly. Such a powering header pass, Michael. 63 minutes played, and the cup holders are behind. It's Wimbledon 1, Manchester United 0. Cantona to Giggs again. Giggs midway inside the Leeds half. To Neville on the far side, approaching the penalty area now. Giggs waits to make the run. Neville just holds out the ball. Plays it wide to Solskjaer. First attempt at a cross was blocked. Second attempt, played in deep. Cantona must score. Cantona makes it 4. And Cantona stands in front of the Leeds fans. And my word, that's slightly intimidating to say the least. Cantona may have enjoyed that goal, but he didn't need to do that. Manchester United have won it on road. Not only won in terms of the 3 points, they slaughtered Leeds. It's 4-0. There's Beckham, played in, no, Solskjaer shoots, Barry, Cole follows up, and Cole, having wasted 2 earlier opportunities, can't miss from 5 yards, handed to him in a plate by Sullivan Barry. Andy Cole scores, United lead 2-1, and they're back on top of the Premiership.
It's looking as if it's ourselves and Liverpool, because the rest can't afford to make a mistake. The chance of both ourselves and Liverpool making enough mistakes to allow the rest in seems to me remote.
Cantona to Cole into the penalty area, digs it over the goalkeeper, and I think we can now say that Manchester United are through to the semi-finals. Cole has done it. Just over 10 minutes to go. Breakaway involving Cantona. The final pass, and Cole with a delicate finish, chipped over the goalkeeper Hilario. Would you believe it? Manchester United 4, Porto 0.
As Gary Neville now has the ball down the Manchester United right, hits it in dangerously towards Cole, and James has lost it totally, and Andy Cole's header finds the back of the net. Another catastrophe for David James and the Liverpool goal, and maybe, just maybe, that goal from Andy Cole has now put the championship beyond Liverpool's reach. It's Liverpool 1, Manchester United 3.
Ball's just to the right of the United penalty area, headed away. One back by Andy Muller. Good ball into the penalty area, and a shot mounted by Rickett, it's into the net! And what a blow for Manchester United! Rickett with a left foot shot has driven it past Michael. We played 7 minutes. I warned you about a goal, and it's only taken 7 minutes for the Germans to score. Manchester United 0, Borussia Dortmund 1.
Now Andy Cole, forward chance here, Solskjaer shoots, and it's back to 2-1. It might have been 3-0 to Leicester City. They survived Manchester United, that defensive scare, straight back upfield. Cole the provider, Solskjaer with his 16th goal of the season, and in stoppage time at the end of the first half, the champions-elect are back in it. It's Leicester City 2, Manchester United 1.
Cole in a lot of space this time, tries to twist past his man, he's done that, hammers in the shot, this could be an equaliser. Solskjaer with his left foot has scored for Manchester United. That is an equaliser, and it all came from the other end. That was awful defending by Leicester City this time, and Solskjaer came in with his second goal of the match. It's now Leicester City 2, Manchester United 2.
Neville now has a chance to get this one in. Cantona's in the area. In it goes. Oh, the header goes in from Ole Solskjaer. Solskjaer's there to equalise for Manchester United. Brilliant ball played in by Gary Neville. Little flick from the Norwegian. The find of the season by Alex Ferguson. Another Premiership goal for Ole Solskjaer. Halfway through the second half, it's Manchester United 3, Middlesbrough 3.
So congratulations to Manchester United. If you're just joining us, they're FA Premiership champions. West Ham United 0, Newcastle United 0 at Upton Park this evening, and Wimbledon 2, Liverpool 1 at Selhurst Park. Jason Newell after 43 minutes, a second from Dean Holdsworth 10 minutes into the second half. Substitute Michael Owen got one back for Liverpool 16 minutes from the end, but it wasn't enough. Manchester United are champions, and a few moments ago I spoke to Sir Bobby Charlton, the Manchester United director, and naturally he was delighted by the club's latest success.
Thanks very much to Wimbledon, and thanks to West Ham for making it easy for us, but I think that we were the best team, and I think we would have won it anyway. But it's great achievement. Four titles in 5 years. It's very difficult to do, to get one title, never mind to do it like that, but it's been a great year for us.
It's not often that Wimbledon do you a favour, is it?
Not at all, no. But they're a great bunch, and on their own pitch, they're obviously hard to beat. We thought that it would be tough for Liverpool, and we also thought it would be tough for Newcastle. But the scores have gone well for us, and with 2 matches still to play, the title in the bag, it's a bit easier than we thought it might be. But it's just been a great year. Our young players have grown enormously, and they're getting better. And we've got other young players to come in, hopefully, eventually, and the club is having major success, and we hope it continues, but we realise we're in a really tough league, and it's a long marathon, and we're glad that we stayed the course.
Does this year give you as much pleasure as winning the title in previous seasons?
Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe it's a bit of complacency. Maybe it's that we're just getting used to winning the titles, but the pressure is always there every time we play. It's a hard match, and if you don't perform to your best, then you've no chance of winning. But it's a tough league. It's a really tough league to win. When little breaks or the odd decision can go against you. But it's just been a great year, and we've not won with a great total of points. But I think that's because the improvement of the league. There are so many teams now. Last year it was only Newcastle, but this year there's been about 4 or 5 teams that have been in the hunt right up till the end. So I think that's made it a little easier. But we're growing in stature, our young players, and of course the manager and Ryan Kidd, the coach, and all the staff. They work really hard to keep their feet on the ground and keep their priority. So. All the work's bore fruit, which is great. I love to see the plans that work out. It's great.
Those are views of Sir Bobby Charlton. Just before we go, we're going to speak to David Meek, a former journalist with the Manchester Evening News, who's followed United for many years. David, what's your reaction?
Well, I think it's terrific. I mean, they've rather stuttered over the finishing line. It's ironic that last time out, the manager said it was the worst defending in the last 6 years, which is a pretty total condemnation of this team's performance. But I think Bobby's got it right in the sense that it's been a much more even race. I think the standards there are more good teams now. So that last season they got 82 points. Bobby was making the point. This season they've won it with 71 points. Okay, there's 2 games to play. They could finish with 77. That's still 5 short of last season. But I don't think that's maybe a reflection on United. But it's a reflection that the Premiership is getting very, very tough, and there are more good teams around.
Just quite briefly, David, when did you feel the season was turning in United's favour?
Well, I've got to confess that I didn't really, because other than winning at Liverpool, I mean, the manager went on record as saying he thought that was a league decider, and it's turned out he was spot on with that. I was beginning to worry because the last two draws they've defended, it's been very sloppy, and you begin to think, well, are they going to throw it away? But of course, United are under pressure, but their rivals are under pressure as well, and they've cracked tonight.
OK, David, thanks very much indeed. Congratulations in order to Manchester United, FA Carling Premiership champions, with 2 games to play. They got it right tonight with a little help from Wimbledon, from the Tuesday match, from another season of the Tuesday match. A very good night to you.
Right corner of the box, Cunningham charging forward, Ardley crosses, Holdsworth with the downward header, and the goal that might, just might, seal the FA Carling Premiership for Manchester United. Holdsworth with a terrific header. It's Wimbledon 2, Liverpool possibly out of the race now, 0.
This is 5 Live on 909 and 693 medium wave. News and sport from the BBC.
At 10 o'clock, I'm Nicky Schiller.